Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another video. Sadly, of another actor passed away. Probably some people may not be familiar with this actor, though. I do. I've seen him. He was seen him most notably a couple of well-known films that I know of. Well, probably to a lot of people, probably. But if you recognize him, it's like, oh, okay, he's been in these movies, some of these movies, you know. But for I know, for me though, I do know the actor of David Warner. Passed away a couple days ago, just a few days short of his 81st birthday. So he passed away at the age of 80. Like I said, he was a few days short of his 81st birthday. David Warner, he's both. Well, play either a good guy or a bad guy though, but as for bad guys, well, let's start with the films that people probably recognize him more on. He was in Titanic. He was he played Billy Zane's bodyguard. You'd say his bodyguard was named Lovejoy, which that was kind of a funny name. Lovejoy. Yeah, he played Billy Zane's bodyguard in Titanic. Which is quite funny for his character, for his death. It's funny, first of all, after Billy Zane tried shooting DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, right? And he comes down talking, saying to Billy Zane, what could possibly be funny? And then when Billy Zane said, I put the diamond in the coat. I put the coat on her! Yeah, but that was David Warner. But the point is, after that, you don't see him until as soon as the ship starts to break. And the funny thing is, because he's standing right in the middle where the ship breaks in half, right? Because he was talking to Billy Zane in one scene. The next, when the ship starts breaking in half, where he's standing right in the middle of it, he's all bloodied up in the forehead. How did he get himself injured like that, you know? I was wondering, because you don't see him. He was talking to Billy Zane 1. You don't see him until as soon as the ship breaks, and he's all bloodied up and battered, up here, you know? I'm like, how did he injure himself like that? That's one that was quite funny to me. What happened with David Warner's character? Oh, I know he dies though because the ship sinks, but yeah, he's standing right in the middle, right when the ship starts to break, right in the middle where it breaks. But yeah, that's one notable role that David Warner is supposed to. A lot of people recognize him from. He probably a lot of people know him from playing the memorable villain in Disney's Tron from 1980 with Jeff Bridges. He was the character of Sark, the Master Control. Ed Dillinger Sark. He was or goes by the other name in the world, the Master Control Program. And yes, he was the main bad guy in the original Tron, which in the sequel Tron Legacy, I believe it was his son. His son made an appearance in the beginning of Tron Legacy, which is played by Cillian Murphy. So I believe that he was the son. He played the son of David Warner in that sequel. But yeah, he's also mostly well known for playing him in the villain in Tron. He was also in Time After Time, The Island, from Peter Benchley, The Island with Michael Caine, which I think I remember liking that movie, The Island with Michael Caine. A lot of people tend to forget that. But I would say Time After Time, he played Jack the Ripper, which he was nominated for a Saturn Award for supporting actor. Here, and I'm just going down the list with other ones that starred in. I know he started some other ones, but okay, which I enjoy both these movies though. But he appeared in two of the Star Trek movies. He played in Star Trek V: The Final Frontier. He played a character by the name of St. John Talbot. And then later appears again in the next sequel, the Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, where he played the Klingon ambassador. So he had two different roles in each of the different in Star Trek V and VI. in Star Trek Six, the Undiscovered Country, as the Klingon ambassador, as they're sitting down as Kirk and his crew and other Klingons and him, so the dinner table, he goes and toast, says, the undiscovered country, the future. Which later, then the Klingons conspired to assassinate their own ambassador, part of their plan to mess up the whole peace tree thing. And then which that was 1991. The same year in 1991, he was starring in another sequel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Secret of the Ooze, which I enjoyed that sequel. He was a professor, a good guy though. I think he was a good guy. I remember I think he was he got captured by the Shredder to help create those generic hybrids. Like Bebop and Rocksteady, those type of mutants. Well, though they didn't appear in that sequel though, but they got a wolf and a snapping turtle for those mutants. Same thing. I think the Shredder kidnapped him to use him for those genetic experiments to create that serum of the Secret of the Ooze. But yeah, he was in the sequel, TMNT, Secret of the Ooze 2. Waxwork. I enjoyed that movie, Waxwork. I even enjoyed the sequel, Waxwork 2, Lost in Time. But I enjoyed the first film. He appeared in, I think he was one of the wax figurines. What was the character name of Lincoln? I enjoy Waxwork. I think Waxwork is underrated. I think the sequel is a bit. I like the sequel too, Lost in Time, but I think I enjoyed the first film. I already watched those again. I enjoyed both those movies. I think those are a bit underrated, especially the first one. He has a small role in John Carpenter's in the Mouth of Madness, where he was a psychiatrist when Sam Neill was taken to the mental institution. David Warner talks to him, to hear his story, how he ended up in the mental institution. And then he leaves afterwards when the whole apocalypse thing got started. So basically, died off screen basically because there's no one left in the world besides Sam Neill. But he had a small role in that, which I enjoy. The multiverse. In the Mouth of Madness, I'm getting confused. Marvel is getting to my brain so freaking much because I'm getting confused with the Multiverse of Madness versus In the Mouth of Madness, which I got the poster you see right down there. Right there. I enjoy the See, I was about to say it again. See, this is what Marvel has freaking done to me. I'm getting confused. I'm getting too hooked on these things, which I'm trying not to, because all these new Marvel movies suck, Jeez. Multiverse of Madness, In the Mouth of Madness. See, this is the thing. I think Marvel is making me go mad, Just like the people in the Mouth of Madness. Do you read Sutter Kane? I think this is what Marvel has done to me. It's driving me mad. I'm going mad. I'm going in madness right now. Yeah, but John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness, I enjoy. He had a small role in that. Yeah, I mentioned Titanic. Scream 2, he had a small role in that. I forgot. I didn't. Maybe I did, or I probably forgot, but it's been long. I reviewed the Winnie the Pooh movie, The Search for Christopher Robin, long time ago, right? My review is still up. I reviewed that a long time ago. I probably didn't know he was the narrator in that movie. Because it's been so long since I've seen The Search for Christopher Robin. I probably forgot about it. But I was like, oh yeah, he's the narrator in that. But yeah, you can check back on my review on that Winnie the Pooh, The Search for Christopher Robin. It's been a long time ago. He also appeared in Planet of the Apes, Wing Commander, Money Talks. Oh yeah, that's right, Ice Cream Man. Yeah, that horror movie Ice Cream Man with Clint Howard, where Clint Howard played the killer Ice Cream Man. David Naughton was in that as well. David Naughton. From American Werewolf in London. But yeah, that's right. He was in the Ice Cream Man with Clint Howard. But David Warner. If we're talking about well-known roles for him, oh wait, I forgot to mention the one specific role I forgot to mention. That was the first thing I was gonna mention, but I forgot about it instantly. The original The Omen from Richard Donner, the original 1976 original of The Omen with Gregory Peck. David Warner, he played that journalist. I think he was searching for his papers thing or his camera. He was searching this dirt pile at a construction site where a truck was backing out, and one of the glass panes slid as the truck was backing out and decapitated him. Yeah, I completely forgot that David Warner, he was, I didn't forget he was in it. I just forgot to mention it right now at the start of this video. Yeah, the original The Omen. That Richard Donner, may rest in peace, who passed away last year. Yeah, the original The Omen. He was in that with Gregory Peck. Because his shortly before he died, he was in an argument with Gregory Peck. Yeah, I forgot to mention The Omen. Can't forget to mention that one. But yeah, but the Omen, Titanic, Tron. That's probably. I think it's time after time as well. I'll probably mention that as well. I'm sure a lot of people reckon probably his most well known roles is probably Tron and Titanic. But yeah, but for me, like Star Trek 5 and 6, Waxwork, John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness. Yeah, he had a small role in Scream 2. The Man with Two Brains, I'll mention that. The Island from Peter Benchley with from author Peter Benchley, starring Michael Caine. I like The Island. And I mentioned Time After Time. But yeah, David Warner. Yeah, probably a lot of people are not too familiar though, but they probably would recognize him in either Tron or Titanic. Mainly Titanic because it's a 97. It was more of a modern, more people were more familiar with him. They would probably recognize him as Billy Zane's bodyguard, Lovejoy. As far as that funny name, Lovejoy. Yeah. But yeah, but David Warner, I was like, oh, that's so sexy. Oh, I know him. I know David Warner. Yeah. But anyway, may rest in peace. And yeah, it's just too bad he died he was born this month, the 24th. That was a couple days ago, and then his birthday would have been on the 29th. So he was like 5 days short of his 81st birthday. That's too bad. But yeah, but I thought I don't think he was not that bad of an actor because I enjoyed Tron. I thought he was I think he was a good villain in that. Titanic to me, it's funny. It's one of those very few films that I grew up watching, and yet I still think it's overrated, and I don't care for it. It's one of those few films I grew up watching and I don't like, because it's a childhood film that you grew up watching a whole lot of times. You should like it, right? No, not everything, not everything. Like my brother says, my brother said the film was so boring that all he wanted was to skip to the part where the ship breaks. You know, this whole love story on such a very epic, tragic disaster, you know. And it's way over long, you know. That's a whole other subject. If I ever rant on Titanic one day, I'll get more in details. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste. This is a video of David Warner, not the movie. Yeah, but that's probably a role that most people recognize him in this movie, Titanic. But yeah, but rest in peace, David Warner. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see y'all later.